So, these are the GoldPlanar GL600s. And I don't know what they compete with, so let's go to HiFiGuides.com and look on headphones. These are $180, right? So let's set the bar to like 240. We'll bring it up to like 100. They're planar, so I'm gonna probably say you need an amp because they're a little harder to drive. Open back. We're gonna skip the entire category of sound, and we're left with 5 choices. I could do counting. Counting is fun. 58X, 4XX, which is the exact same price, so that's what we're competing against. The DT880 600 ohm, which are there in my new babies. The M560, which is interesting because we're going to talk, and the HE400i. So that's a little bit, that's actually a lot. That's 3 planars around this price range. So GoldPlanar, I forget who sent me GoldPlanar, it was one of the distributors. It was like, hey, we're going to send you GoldPlanar. And I already reviewed this one, which was their little tiny one. And I'm like, that is adorable and interesting, and it sounds really good, and it's $80, and you can't use it because you got to do all this work to it, but you still should buy it because I like it. So now we move on to the big boys. We got this, oh my God, we've got literally a piece of fabric wrapped foam. Look, it's fabric around the foam. That's how they do that, by the way. It's just, so you have that, just throw that on the floor. And you get them out and you look at them and you're like, wait, I've seen these before. And it doesn't take very long to figure out what they are or were, or at least are based off of, because if we, excuse me, ma'am, if we go here, you can see the monolith, the fucking monoprice monolith M565. The M560s, which are here, and ones I still recommend, are beautifully built and sounded nice, and you get to change pads with it. But the M565s, to get a 3.5 star, and they probably don't even deserve that much. I did not like the way the M565 sound. And sure enough, they are the GoldPlanars. A Linsol must have sent it to me because it's from Linsol. $180, no reviews. And these are startlingly better than what the 565s were. So I think maybe they only stole the headband, or let's just face it, everything's made in China. And if someone makes this headband, they just go out on the street and go, hey, anybody need headbands? And then 75 companies go, oh, we do. So they're all going to be the same. But someone's birthday, I don't give a shit about birthdays. I mean, we do this year. This year's birthday day. So ignoring the fact that this is exactly the same and the shape of the cup is exactly the same, they don't sound anything like those abysmal 565s. So if you've ever tried the 565s and you're like, well, the GoldPlanars are going to be the same, they're not. Now, I'm using them currently on my QES reference balanced through this wonderful hard audio cable. And I don't need to be, because I could be using them unbalanced off the Rebel amp on their actually good cable. It's the exact same cable that came with that GoldPlanar 400. It's a little bit more than 4 feet long, or a meter and a half. Do math for me. It's fabric. It's nice. I just unwrapped it. It ain't even janky. Look at this. I didn't even unwrap it from the thing because I had one of them from the GoldPlanar. It's perfectly straight. GoldPlanar is worth thinking about just for that reason alone. 2.5 millimeter, the exact same shitty fucking... The only shitty thing about the cable is it's a red and green indicator, and then the R and the L are upside down, unless you do that, and then it says R and L. And just like that GoldPlanar, there's no indicated left and right. On the headphone, they're completely symmetrical. You choose your fate. The pads, completely symmetrical. Can you fold them in and out both ways? Completely symmetrical. Doesn't matter. Oh my God. So using the hard audio cables, at least I have L and R indicated. I don't know if this is gonna be a trend for this company. Like maybe they're just allergic to left and right. Like, ah, fuck it. Just don't even label it. I need to be told what to do, goddammit. Tell me what to do, man. Get on my knees. Okay, These are $180, and I had to look up why, what, and how, because I really like them. Like, I thought GoldPlanar was going to be like this bullshit fucking brand that, like, yeah, GoldPlanar, whatever they are, but they're doing the business. These are the business. These are legit. Those results that came up on Hi-Fi Guides, 4XXs. These might sound better than 4XXs. 400i, I like the 4XXs better than the 400i, just from the design of the headband. So there's that. M560. Well, I mean, look, that's an older planar. I'm gonna make up some excuses because I really like the M560. It's like old school like it. I built custom cables for it that were a pain in the ass. But like, M560s was a build phenomenon. If you haven't seen my review of the M560s, they're still for sale. They're on Hi-Fi Guides. Look at my review of the M560s, just the mechanism they use. Like, this looks like, this is the AK-47 of headphone mechanisms, where it's just like stamped steel. Fuck it. Like, even this is just, in fact, this side, you could tell left and right, because the right side of mine is solid, and the left side of mine does that. So it's headband, just meh. The M560s were like a Kimber 1911 machine $1,200 piece of art on a headphone that cost like $200. And I was like, oh God. They had a weird clamp issue where they were too light and you had to like do things. But like the actual, this was all like a chunk of metal. So when we went from the M560 to the 565s, I felt a little hurt because they went to a much cheaper design and they sounded like shit. Now we're going to a much cheaper design, granted only on the headband. This is fine. This is metal and it's nicely cut. You could feel the foam sticking up, but they sound really good. So now I've got to figure out, well, Zeos, now you got to tell people they should get these or they should get 4XXs. 4XXs, I think, are still built better. And I think 4XXs are still more relaxing. And both will give you a planar sound. But these, this is a more intense planar sound. 4XXs, from my memory, because I haven't used them in a while, I actually keep them in my car. They're my backup headphone in case I'm somewhere in my car and someone's like, oh man, I wish I had headphones. Hold, I have 4XXs in a Ziploc bag in the box in the trunk of my car. No one else can say that. In fact, does anybody in the comments, please comment below, do you keep a backup set of emergency headphones either at the office or in your car or in your boat or your go bag? Like what's your backup emergency headphone? It should be KPH-30Is, honestly, because they're cheap as shit and you really can't break them, except if you yank the wire out. You really need to attach a wire. But yeah, mine are 4XXs in the trunk of my car. All right, so I had a mild tragedy happen just now where the battery in the GoPro 8 died. Hero 8. GoPro Hero 8. The newest GoPro Hero 8. Black. The battery died as I was filming the video. So I swap out batteries and then I put it back in my head and hit go. And I didn't do anything else, but it switched to time-lapse mode. So I've got a beautiful time-lapse video of the last half of this review. And I didn't know that, so I did a whole other review in the interim. And now we're back for the last half of this review. So if it gets a little fucking weird, bear with me. I don't even know where to start. I remember doing this. I started doing this. So we got linear clamp. Look, I just did the Andover. You want to know how this worked? I just did the Andover PM50 video. And now I'm redoing the other half of this. And holy God, do I have much more respect after that fucking $500 travesty. Travesty, those Andover PM50s. Wow. In case you're getting this before the Andovers, that's how it works. Yeah, because I reference these. Sorry, spoiler alerts, Andover PM50 is a very angry review about a planar. Yeah, so I have so much more respect for these. They actually are comfortable. Like, these pads are stock, and I had no urge to change them. They don't look like much either. They're not like, oh, well, those are like the Sendy Ivas, you could tell you're going to have a good experience with those pads. They're fabric, they're thick and then thin, and then they roll over. They had effort. And these just look like oval pad. but they're like one of the nicer, smoother. They do that thing that Yaxi pads do, where you can not tell by looking, but you can tell by feeling like in here is softer and lower than the outside. So they've got like this cone shape, and that just makes them fit perfectly. And then combine that with the linear clamp, and once you have the headphones on your head, and you don't see the bullshit that Monoprice's headband, they're actually comfortable. So if we continue along with what we were doing, and I'm currently now listening on the Rebel amp using the stock cable, and ignore the fact that Sundaras are now down, because those are here to yell at the PM50s, because those are fucking a $500 set. Wow, these are so much better than those. Like, I'm going to give a fledged recommendation to these. If 4XXs are not like, if you've heard 4XXs and you think they're a little bit too like dark and stepped back, these are not fully the opposite. I don't want to. Once you say something is dark and then you say, oh, it's the opposite, something is bright. They're not bright. They're uppity. They get up in your business. They're not quite Sivga P2s, which is basically Sendy Ivas, bringing it back around to that Sendy fucking circle. But we got a good knocking low end. They're not super hard to drive. I had them on everything. They prefer a fucking Ukrainian Class A amp, but that doesn't mean you need it. Oh yeah. They have space. They have energy. They're a good headphone. They're built like Monoprice designed the headband, but we're not going to hold that against them. I just want them to change. I remember what I said in the actual original first taping of this. I was comparing these and the other GoldPlanars, and I said, look, those are the cheapest planars I know of. And these are $100 more than the cheapest planars, but I love the tuning in those, and I love they actually spent the time to tune these properly. Did I show you the Velcro pads? Did I get to the Velcro pads in the first half? I don't think I did. With the fucking foam, there's a foam seal that goes around this, and it's got this weird, I could probably poke a hole with this, but you could see that's tuning, everyone. Tuning looks like this. It looks like a very specifically thick piece of breathable paper over the driver. It's what foam we're looking at in the back, probably more paper under the foam. And then someone had the extra effort and cost to add a ring of foam to the pad so that it can seal the driver in. And then I've never seen like real good Velcro pads. These are the best. These are the best implementation of a removable pad that sort of sucks because you can't use any other pad that I've seen. The little popper things, like, or the clips that fucking Hi-Fi-Man uses. I wish everything was like. I wish this came with another set of like these, because this is a great system. This is a fantastic system. If I was, done with headphones, I'm no longer reviewing headphones. I'm not actually not reviewing headphones, but if I was done, I would take all of my headphones and I would try to convert all my extra pads to this system so I could easily just go boop. Boop. It's fucking great. There is effort in this. There's accuracy. Look at, there's no frayed edges. Like, whoever GoldPlanar is, I could feel the struggle between make it as cheap as possible, because we want to be the cheapest great planar. Wait, that's playing off of this. And at the other side, don't forget to make it the best planar we can make. That whole pad system is someone putting in extra effort. And then the other person who's like, but we want to save money, is like Monoprice headband, I guess. Just go get those guys and give some of us. So it's like I struggle to give a 100% recommendation for these because of this. But at the same time, the way they sound, I mean, they're not like competing directly with like Sundara or something. I think these are absolutely worth their weight, well, worth their cost, which is like $350. But you're looking at under $200. It's not that big a fucking competition. You've got 4XX, And you got the M560s, and these sound better than M560s. And I think they sound better than 4XX. I think I'd probably still take the 4XX for the overall headphone experience, like the actual cups, the way the original headband from Hi-Fi Min worked and came down. They're a little bit darker, and I kind of, like for my cheap headphones, I don't want to aim for like treble accuracy as much. I want cheap headphones to be like a cheap, relaxed, fun headphone. And these are not quite in that dark chill. These are a little bit more, they're a little more, they're a little more, and then, but they don't overstay the welcome. I like there's passion in these. These are not a dispassionate set of headphone. They just do that thing. Did I show you that? I don't remember if I showed you that in the first half either. Where if you squeeze this side, it's fine, but this fork is slightly wider, so, and I can't bend it in because I'd have to pull it out to bend it to then put it back over, which would unbend it. So it does that. Unless I can open this up. You think I can open that up? Is that screwed or is that? I might have to actually physically open this up. I mean, look, I literally had to do that for my Sandaras, and I love my fucking Sandaras. Don't you ever fucking say that about my Sandaras. Triple snap, never. I had to fix these. These were doing the exact same loose thing, so maybe that's a sign of all great cheap planars will have something fail physically on them. And compared to those Andovers, these are fucking fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm gonna move them a little bit forward on my ears. I have nothing. They're natural. They have a bit of a warmth to their low end. They kick. They've got space. They've got clarity. They've got depth. This recording I made of Inception like 7 years ago. Evil Dead 3 Night Court. Yeah, there's a flute playing in my right ear, and it's just like, that's exactly how I would, if I was handed these headphones and you said, tune them to sound the way you like. Okay, there you go. So bravo, GoldPlanar. Bravo, GoldPlanar. You spent the time to actually make something sound good and be cheap. Whereas other companies didn't do that shit at all. They made it look really fancy, and they made a fancy-ass website, and it sucks dick. That's not you. You did good. And over again. All right. Yeah, I'm still a little bit pissy about that. I like these. I really do. That doesn't mean they won't end up in the yard sale. If you don't know what the yard sale is, she knows what the yard sale is. Tell them what the yard sale is. Oni-chan. I wish I could do the voice. I would be great if I would have to get I'd have to pay a voice actress and then have it dub over like right in the video. I'm spoiling it now, so it wouldn't make any sense and I get to save money. But it would be like, tell them about the yard sale. Oni-chan, the yard sale is when people can buy things that you have reviewed on your channel and they get to name their own price and you ship free to the continental United States and half shipping international. That's what the yard sale is. And these will probably be in there. I really like them. I don't think I'd personally take them out. Wait, did I lose my entire rant on how I rate movies? I won't know. I'm not going to redo it again. I'll just know when I rewatch this video when I put it up on YouTube. I went over an entire long spiel about how things could be a 7.5, a 7, an 8.5, or an 8, or a 9, 9.5, and there's no 10s till you die. We can go over that in another video. We'll go in another video. I'm sure I ruined that. Anyway, thank you to Lynn Sol for sending these out. Thank you to GoldPlanar for giving a shit about how things sound and how nice your wire is. Like, it's just a nice wire. It's a fucking, look, it's got a sleeve thing. It's a nice wire. Two or three things. Don't make the pad shit. Don't make the wire shit, and make sure you tune them properly. You've got a bad headband, but you know, spend $20 more. Spend $20 more, GoldPlanar. Make these, instead of $180, make them $200. You could have a headband with like mechanical. Could you imagine what $20 of actual Chinesium dollar dues would create? Because I guarantee you this headband costs no more than $2 each. Like actual US dollar cost to manufacture this headband. So you throw $18 into that, or $20 more on top of the two, it would be insane. It would beat Focals, it would beat ZMFs, it would beat all those headphones. All these headbands would be like left in the dust, but no one's willing to do that. Just pass the cost along. If they make it cost $20 more, they got to make the headphone cost $500 more because it makes sense. Shut up. Shut up. Anyway, like I said, yard sales, Patreon and Subscribestar. Support this channel and its rantings and ravings, and me and I could just fucking freak out about other things. We'll get to them. Shh. If you haven't seen the Andover PM50 video, it's on my Patreon and Subscribestar right now because they get to see it early. And it's coming out after this one. And if you want to see the rage, please sign up. That $5 doesn't let you, not only does it let you see the videos early, you get to ask me any questions you want on platform. Hey, I have this amp. Hey, I have this thing. Hey, I want to sell this. Hey, what do you think about this? Hey, look at my wife naked in the bathtub. I haven't gotten that one yet. But if you wanted to show me, I would recommend Patreon. It's a much more private, small way to show me that. Yard sales take place 1st and 10th of every month. Everything's blind and silent auction. These will all probably be in there. Not you. No. Things. And then there's a $10 Patreon chat, or Telegram chat, I should say, because it's available for a Subscribestar or Patreon, that puts you behind the scenes. And you get to hear my rantings and ravings. And if you ask me about these, as soon as you see me get them, because I obviously show them everything that shows up, you can ask me and I will listen to them and be like, I'll give my first impression. And if it's that's it, it's it. It's it, it's it. If it's not it, it's it. But those people also make you buy Arias, which are fucking like $1,600. So just watch out. If you're looking to save money, definitely don't spend that 10. No. Wallpapers available in the description of every video. Wallpapers in a giant archive available to patrons and Subscribestar people. Plenty of reasons to join. I just love to give like shovel on those reasons. And thank you all for keeping me employed during this time of absolute fucking bullshit. What's the world like in 2020, Grandpa? Bullshit, Tommy. The world was bullshit. Let me tell you about it. Sit on my knee. Wait, no. Put a mask on. Then sit on my knee. Anyway, I'm done. Sound demo for these in the description. See you all tomorrow for that sound demo, even though it happened before this video. So it's like time travel. Don't do shrooms or you'll really time travel. And then you can watch the sound demo before wow.